Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How you doing? We have got so much to talk about. It's absurd. So, I hope everyone is having an amazing day. I hope you guys are getting rid of your bloat from Thanksgiving and getting ready for the next bloat of the Christmas dinner that's coming up soon. So the stuff that we're going to talk about today, I really need you guys. Coffee. Huh? Coffee and snick snacks. No joke. All right. So this first video that we're going to be watching is mind blown. Okay. I will say this. Their final goal is to eradicate humanity as we know it. And the next stage, the creation of an entire generation of androgynous beings. Yeah.
Final goal is to eradicate humanity as we know it. Once you understand the final destination, it becomes much easier to look back and identify the psychological conditioning, the biological tampering, the cultural grooming, and the educational prepping that we have been subjected to for decades in preparation to making us accept a post-human future. Whether you care to accept it or not, we live in a hyper-controlled matrix where our perception of reality is meticulously planned, managed, and executed in order to control and steer us in whichever direction they wish. A weak, immoral, disconnected, ignorant, and unhealthy population is an easy target for the next stage, the creation of an entire generation of androgynous beings. It takes a lot of physical and psychological abuse to get an intelligent species like ours to agree to its own extinction.
Okay, so do you guys know who Disney star China McClain is? I never really let the kids watch Disney when they were younger. You know, I really never did. So I honestly don't know her per se, but she, in this next video, exposes, yeah, what really goes on. So take a watch.
Because in this dark world we're in, I've noticed a pattern in what is being represented. People think that this stuff is just a game. There is a reason why you see people dressed up as Satan, not just, like Satan slipping himself in a little bit. No, full on visuals of Satan, people dressed as Satan, dressed as a demon, got upside down crosses all on their clothes or pentagrams on their clothes. And people are just like, oh, that's funny. It's, we're making fun. No, there's a reason why the entertainment industry is doing that, y'all. They know good and doggone well that God exists. They also know that Satan exists. They're just counting on the fact that y'all don't know that. But either way, the things that you take in, that they're feeding you, those things affect you, whether you realize it in the moment or not. They affect you. That's why they do it. Entertainment industry, it's about influence. I'm not going to sacrifice the honesty in order to be politically correct.
Okay, so if anybody here has been watching the Daniel Penny trial and how they just dismissed the manslaughter part of the charges, okay, they just dismissed them. Well, the judge did. Now, BLM is now coming back and saying now they're going to start riots and chaos and mayhem. Yay! All right. Yeah. So if you live in a major metropolitan area like I do, here we go. Oh, I mean, it's like, did you not cause enough damage the last time? I mean, Daniel, okay. First and foremost, Daniel Perry is a Marine, okay? He is trained. And yeah, I'm going to say it, okay? My son is a Marine, okay? I know how these guys are trained, okay? They are literally trained killers, okay? And even his, what was it? Was it his platoon sergeant? It was somebody that, one of the guys who trained him said that the maneuver that he used was supposed to be used for 10 seconds or something like that, but it was used for a little bit longer or whatever the case may be. But he was defending, he was defending someone on that train. And I'm sorry, but he was defending somebody. It was like self-defense almost, okay? Guys, a Marine is a Marine for life, okay? When they see trouble, they're going to squash that trouble, okay? My son is the same damn way, all right? I'm sorry, but they are trained. They have a mindset that will never leave them, regardless if they've been out for one day or 10 years. That mindset will never leave them. It is ingrained. They are programmed. Okay, that's why the Marines is one of the hardest branches to get into and literally survive in. If my son were here right now in this house, okay, he could tell you stories that you would be like, okay, they literally break you down to nothing and then build you back up into like a freaking super soldier. No joke. Okay? Marines are no joke. They are no joke. All right? So, take a watch.
I'm the co-founder of Black Lives Matter Greater New York. I stand here heartbroken because I have to hug a father who knows that the murderer of his son will most likely go free, who has to look in the face of a jury that no matter the facts, no matter the expert witnesses, no matter the people yelling on that train that day to let Jordan go, you will kill him. They will not find a white man guilty of killing a black man in modern day America. This is no different than Jim Crow. This looks like a picture out of the picture book when you look at that anonymous jury. We have baby boomers who were there during Jim Crow on this jury. We have young people who are looking at Daniel Penny as a hero. And what America is a hero, a killer. He didn't give a crap about Jordan. The medical examiner said Jordan turned purple. Yes, black people can turn purple when they are denied oxygen. Every lab report showed he died of asphyxiation. And that doesn't matter because they want to spare a white man the penalty of his crimes. America has not changed, and I hate to say it, it may never change. And people who keep asking, are we going to riot? Are we going to protest? Is that what's needed? Do glass have to break? Do cars have to burn for a black man to get justice in America? We can't show up with peace. We can't show up with facts. We can't show up with evidence and witness after witness. You give us nothing. And then you ask us to love this country. America hates black people, and we see it from that jury pool.
A black man was lynched, and his name was Jordan Neely.
Okay, now who here has in the past or presently or it was thinking about ordering from HelloFresh? HelloFresh is that meal delivery service, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, Sean and I used to get from HelloFresh because it literally made life easy. No joke. We never would have to go to the grocery store. we didn't even touch our preps, you know what I mean? And I mean, we would just order our preps and then we would have HelloFresh delivered to the house. And that's how we were able to build up almost 5 years worth of preps. And we would just literally eat HelloFresh. Okay? Stop buying from HelloFresh. Okay? And please don't ever think about buying from HelloFresh in the food share. Okay? And stop your subscription from HelloFresh. Stop it. The U.S. Department of Labor is investigating HelloFresh. Okay? And when I heard about this, I was just like, oh my God, I feel so guilty. I feel so guilty for even buying and being associated and having using to have a subscription. We haven't had our subscription with them for like 3 years now, because we had our subscription with them before the kids moved back home. And then because for just me and Sean, it was like $80 a week. And then when the kids moved home, and then plus that we had the 2 little ones, it would have been like $200 a week. And I'm like, no, because I don't know if the little kids will eat it and stuff like that. So we stopped this subscription altogether. Well, the company has been using migrant children as part of their labor force. Okay. And they've employed these migrant children at a cooking and packaging facility in the Chicago area. And immigrant right advocacy groups have helped and report the matter. And some of the illegal child labor migrated from Guatemala. Now, you know why Chicago Democrats are fighting so hard to keep these illegal immigrants and their children, the cheap labor for their donors. Democrats want illegal immigrants for their votes and for their cheap labor, and it's disgusting. Okay? Regardless of the children are here legally, not legally, they are children. Okay? We have to protect them at all cost, guys. Okay? At all cost, these children must be protected. And, just think if it was your 8-year-old, your 9-year-old, they can't have a say. Okay. So just think about it as if it were one of your own. They don't have a say. Okay. And no one's going to listen to them because of their age. So they have to be protected. Okay. And I don't care what anybody thinks of me for saying that. They have to be protected. All right? They're just little kids. They don't know what they're doing is not right for them. They don't know. They have no clue. And shame on HelloFresh for even doing this. What is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? How dare you? How dare you? And then you go and you try to sell this food to Americans? You should be ashamed of yourself. Absolutely fucking ashamed.
To an ABC News exclusive today, the U.S. Department of Labor is investigating HelloFresh. It is over allegations that the popular meal kit service employed migrant children at a cooking and packaging facility here in the Chicago area as recently as this summer. The facility in question is located in Aurora on Indian Trail. It's a Factor 75 facility, which was acquired by HelloFresh in 2020. An immigrant rights advocacy group that helped report the matter says this involves at least 6 teenagers, some of whom migrated from Guatemala. They were found working night shifts at the facility, and documents apparently show that the Labor Department is also investigating whether Midway Staffing, an agency that hires employees to work at the facility, also violated federal child labor rules. A spokesperson for HelloFresh telling ABC News in a statement today, quote, "We have zero tolerance for any form of child labor, and we have taken action to ensure no minors perform work in or have access to our facilities." HelloFresh says it has terminated its relationship with Midway Staffing. Midway Staffing did not respond to a request for comment.
Okay, so I'm going to leave you on a positive note, all right? because that's what needs to be done. From here on out, I'm going to try to leave you on a positive note. And I hope you are ready to get the chills and the goosebumpies all over, okay? This young lady has stunned the world when she sings Amazing Grace in France at the Notre Dame Cathedral. Jesus Christ truly is King. And when I saw this, it brought me to tears. It was the most amazing rendition I have ever heard. I mean, it just brought such light and joy. And even when Sean was hearing it, he's just like, oh, he's just like, I hope someday she gets a singing contract. And I said, oh, I hope she does too. So I bid you adieu with this amazing, amazing young lady and her talent. Ciao.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught